Greetings, beloved beings of light. Hope your day is most beautiful and blessed. I wanted to bring the energy of this very sacred portal here and Pachamama to all of you today. It's a very powerful day. It's very still here in the portal. On the way here, a beautiful vulture flew in front of my vehicle. I was able to pull over and get some beautiful photographs of this guy, so I'll put those in some future videos. I just wanted to transmit some gnosis, some information, some energy, and some sacred space for all of you on this glorious day of the new earth. So hope you're doing well, hope you're feeling well, hope everything's going beautifully for all of you. Today, my sacred condor and I just got back from a very special mission. We took our precious little boy, Silver, to see his original mommy. She's a counselor at this elementary school and in this beautiful neighborhood with trees and nature. And you see our little boy, Silver. Some of you have seen the videos of our puppy, the Bernese mountain dog. He is a little angel. He's a little healer, very special guy. And he was the runt of the litter. And the mother rejected him. She wouldn't feed him, so he almost didn't make it. He is a miracle puppy and an angel on the new earth. So the woman that we purchased the dog from, she's a counselor in an elementary school, and she had been bringing him there every day. Months ago. He was born May 15th this year, so he's several months old. We've had him a little over a month now. So the teachers at this elementary school were taking turns, bottle feeding him and making sure he almost didn't make it. He had a couple emergencies, and he was a tiny little guy. So the one woman that took care of him, and she would take him home, helping out the woman that we purchased the dog from. And she was telling us that he was very excited to see them. It was very beautiful. The ladies at the school, many of the teachers were there getting ready for the new school year, and it's a nice little elementary school. So it brought a lot of joy to my sacred condor and I. I'd like to see how happy, these the ladies, they were crying to see, because he's doing really well. He's getting big and he's very healthy and happy. He was so happy to see them. He's such a joyful little guy and brings so much love. Everyone loves this guy. He's like the star of the show, our little Taurus boy. So he was just so happy to see them, and the ladies were crying. It was a beautiful experience. Really opened up our heart, brought tears to my sacred condor and our eyes to see, the joy. And one of the doggies' older sister, full-grown Bernese, was there, so it was very cute to see them playing. And there was another little dog, a Frenchie, that they were running around together and playing. It was very nice. So he's bringing a lot of joy, this little guy, to many people, to our family. He's my sacred condor's little baby boy, little spoiled boy. And of course he loves his daddy too. He's so excited to see me. Sometimes I have to hide so he doesn't go ballistic, and he's doing really well. So thank you all for your prayers, blessings, and your beautiful comments. We appreciate you all, for supporting us. So I'm going to, here in a little bit, go to another little portal and record something special for our Patreon people and potentially release it publicly here in the next few days. You see, tomorrow we go into Virgo season, the time of the harvest. So we're on this cusp of Leo Virgo, the cusp of exposure. This is the cusp, the shift of energies from, the fire to the earth, fire element to the earth element. So I'm going to do a little ceremony here in a little bit for this transition. And we have the new moon, the dark moon. It's very special because it's the second dark moon or new moon of of this month, you know, two new moons in the same month. The second one's called a dark moon. So it's a very powerful energies of new beginnings. You see some see the new moon as the omega and the full moon as the alpha, some opposite, you know, depending on what tradition, what lineage you've trained under. So, you know, we see this, you know, as a shift, you know, a big shift of energy of, you know, from the light to the, you know, from the dark to the light, you know, it's going back to the light. So, you know, the waning, waxing, all these things, it follows the one law of the universe. Everything follows that pulse, the rise and fall, you know, the in-breath, the out-breath, all these things. And I have a very special friend of the Thunder Clan here with me today. Don't know if you could see this okay. Crystal from Brazil, South America. This comes from the mountains. This is thunderstruck, lightning struck. I picked this up from Blue Wolf in Mount Shasta on my way to my sacred condor. We'll probably be auctioning this off this week, so I'll do a separate video on that, you know, to help raise funds for our channel. You know, YouTube's still suppressing and minimizing our information and that, and paying us less again on monetization. So we're going to do some more fundraisers, and thank you everyone that signed up on Patreon and, you know, that continue to support us month after month, year after year. We really appreciate all of you. We couldn't be doing this work without you, so we're very grateful for you, and appreciate each and every one of you. We couldn't be doing this work without you. So really feeling this energy. This crystal's been struck by lightning thousands of times. This mountain in Brazil is known for constant lightning strikes. Now there's some light code along the ridge, along the edge of this crystal here, which if you move your thumb up and down here, you can feel into that energy. You see, this is Dorje, searing energy of the thunder lama. Dorje is thunder and lightning, you see. So we work with our thunder beings, you know, the thunder birds, the thunder horse, the buffalo, many nations of thunder and lightning, and of our Tibetan lineages of the Nyingma of the Kunzung La Me Jia Lung. You see, the Kunzung La Me Jia Lung is the energy, the healing energy of the dragon nation, of the Lung, or the Lung. In Chinese, it's Long and Lung in Tibetan. You see, this is the dragon lines, our dragon lineages. You see, I trained many years with the gold dragon nation, the gold dragons, and black dragons, red dragons, you know, blue, all the dragons, you know, of all the lineages of the East, you know, and merged it with the gnosis of the West, you know, the benevolent energies, the benevolent teachings. So real quick before I move on and record a special teaching and training, I wanted to talk a couple minutes. Here I am with that grandfather tree behind me. Many of you know this, the sacred tree here. It's covered in moss. He's an ancient elemental, you know, grandfather medicine, the divine masculine, the Christos, of the father, the masculine energy of the yang, of the fire. It's coming through. You should feel it in this video transmission. So also, you know, if you can't support us financially on Patreon and your donation, you know, it'd help us out a lot. If you like, comment and share. You know, we're heavily suppressed on YouTube, and they've been continue to screw us over, and the monetization paying us less and less. So many people are leaving YouTube because of this, and doing my best to be able to continue doing the daily transmissions on YouTube and keeping them free. But in the next couple months, if things don't change in a positive way, I may move to a different platform. I'll let you all know before I make that decision. I'm contemplating right now, making some changes in the next couple months, to help, us continue doing our work and our transmissions and that. So I'll let you know before I make any changes. But I'd like to keep them on this platform. So we'll see what happens. Maybe YouTube will change their ways here in the next month or two, or the divine dispensations will come in, so we no longer need to monetize. We'll see what happens. Many good things are coming. We put out that special teaching and training on the wealth transfer. So thank you for all of you that signed up, but we still continue to lose support on Patreon. Last 2 months, more people dropped out again than signed up. So I have to keep on keeping on, keep hustling here, so thank you all again for supporting us. So real quick, the reason for making this video, I want to talk real quick about one of the most important aspects of our awakening, our ascension, to help us navigate these energies and to help with this shift, with this awakening, with this ascension, is your mindset, which I'm going to do a special training on shifting awareness into the higher timelines, into the benevolent timelines, and to release all these negative beliefs, patterns, interference patterns, and shift the mindset. Because when you awaken from the matrix, from the simulation, you realize that this whole simulation, this whole projection is in the mind, you see, but intrinsically the mind is empty. So when you realize your true nature of Buddha mind, awakened consciousness, you might call pure awareness, unity consciousness, goes by many names, cosmic consciousness, your true nature, Buddha mind, the Christos Sophia. When you realize this, you realize that everything that we experience in this realm is a projection, is a hologram, is holographic in nature. And what controls what you experience, what either helps guide, or manifest, these manifestations, is your mindset. It doesn't matter what it is in life. You see, if you want to succeed in anything, any art, it could be a physical art, it could be martial arts, it could be spiritual arts, whatever it is that you're in the process of mastering or trying to master, that the most important thing is having a positive mindset. Every master will teach that. Even the gold dragons, they said, you must have a good mindset, a positive mindset. We destroy ourselves and our practices with negative thoughts, doubt, all these things, fears. It's okay if you doubt, it's okay if you fear, but you keep going through and through and through. That's what the masters taught me. You see, I trained in temple, monastery, Buddhist. I trained in the mountains and in the valleys, in the river, with many masters. I've sat at the feet of many masters since I was 17 years old. I'm now 52 years young, getting younger every day. But the key to achieving, to our victory in the light, to help us to get up every day, to do our practices, is to have the vision of our new earth, to stay positive. It's okay if we fall into these, negative programs, as long as we don't stay there. If you want to feel fear for a moment or anger for a moment, feel it. Allow yourself to feel it. Don't resist it. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I cannot interfere with your process of awakening, but what I can do, and I do every day with my transmissions, is I hold sacred space. And I guide you all the best to my abilities to the kingdom of heaven within you, because you are your own master. There's no master outside of you. Even this transmission is within you. You know, you created it. You conjured up this lesson for you, and you came into alignment with it. And this is predestined. You know, this is destiny to come to these teachings and transmissions. You know it now because you know the truth. You are the truth. So it's very important to keep that positive mindset, you know, to believe, you know, in your worth, you know, your self-worth, to believe in your innate power. You say you have infinite power. And the power is in the silence, the stillness within you. The kingdom of heaven is the still white magnetic light at the center of all things. So feel into that energy, let it guide you. You are your own guide. Of course, we have external guides, you know, gurus, shamans, teachers, and they help. They're just a reflection. I'm just a reflection of your true nature. You know, if you come for the knowledge, for the gnosis, for the teachings, it's really your higher self that brought you here, and your higher self that created this for you in this space-time continuum, in this moment in time and space. So we know, you know, we know these things. Sometimes we forget for a moment. Sometimes we forget for a long time. Go many years in fear, panic, pain, suffering, all these things. You know, the pain body just loves to suffer, you know. See, there's two parts of the brain, the thinker and the prover. You know, the thinker thinks what the prover proves, and the prover proves what the thinker thinks. You know, it's a mirror. So, in other words, you know, what you project out returns to you. Everything is a mirror out. The external is the internal. That's the hologram, and the internal is the external. So if you're holding fear within, negative thoughts, negative emotions, anger, all these things, and we attract that to us, you know, as a mirror. You know, if we project love and we hold love, we attract love. You know, it's a very simple concept, but difficult at times to practice. So we're all doing the best we can. The best is forgiveness. You know, forgiveness is a powerful ally. Forgiveness, forgive yourself. You know, if you can, you know, do your best to forgive yourself. I can't force you to forgive yourself. You can't force yourself to forgive yourself. You can allow yourself to forgive. If you're holding on to any regrets, all these things, any past traumas, you know, forgiveness is the way. You know, the way to freedom, laughter, joy, you know, love. Love is truth. So we hold on to these things, and it's time to let go of what the cause, you know, the true cause of any suffering, which is false desire, you know, false projections, all these negative feelings. It's time to let them go, drop them, allow the earth to absorb them, send them back to source. You know, they're illusions anyways, you all know that by now. Only love is real. Everything else is an illusion. So if it's not love, it's not real. And it's temporary. Love is eternal. Truth is eternal. Everything else is temporal. It's temporary in nature. So it's impermanent, in other words. Impermanent. They here today, gone tomorrow. So ultimately, I wanted to put this out to you today. This time of the great shift is, you know, let us do our best that we can to stay positive, have a healthy mindset, and take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself, be compassionate to yourself, and then bring that kindness and compassion to the world and your joy. And we project that to everyone we come in contact with, everyone we meet, to the best of our abilities. I know you can't please everyone. You can't make everyone happy, you know, but seek ye the kingdom of heaven within yourself first. And then once you can rest in that still point. Then we project it to the world, you know, and bring that love to the world. For you're a powerful warrior of light that came at this time to help in our divine mission of full planetary liberation. So thank you all for joining me today. Thank you all for your support. We appreciate you all, and have a most beautiful, blessed, sacred Virgo season and dark new moon as we go through these final shifts. One of the little wing nation just came to join us in these final moments of this transmission and video. So have a most beautiful, blessed day. Namaste.